Good old lunchtime. What's say? It is a busy road right now. A busy, Huh. So there's writing here. Oh. That's interesting. Oh shit. Hold on. There we go. That's a little better. Oh. Cool. Didn't notice that before, so I wonder who did that. At least it's a fun, creative graffiti. A little positive messaging. It's not just like some random bullshit. Dude over here is setting up a skelly. Setting up a skeleton over there on this flag, dude. That's pretty cool. Wait, what? Hold on. We'll get home. Hold on, dude. Give me a second, dude. Bro, hold on. Okay, you gotta give me a minute to process that and to get home, so I can say some shit about that. That is what. JF has dual citizenship in Russia. Is he just saying that, or is he just like, or is that real? Or is there like proof of that? I mean, knowing he's like a ethno-statist and a supremacist, I mean, and a neo-Nazi, I honestly guarantee he probably does. I'm just wondering what the confirmation would be. But he's saying it. Guess I have to take his word. Woof woof. What's up? What's up, Crow? Let's make it seem like she boasts truckers for rides instead of camping in the woods. Wait, so he's changing his story now? That confirms it, honestly. He's in the liar's loop. You know what we were talking about when we were doing that analysis? That's a liar's loop he's catching himself in. And that is fucking wild, bro. Dude, we're watching some true crime shit happen in like the making. That is wild, bro. Now I'm just gonna wait like a year or two for the like GCS or like criminal psychology stuff to like upload some videos about it and shit, because that would be wild. Oh. Hey, boo boo. Hello, fluffy finlies, buddy.
Whoa.
Doggo.
Daddy, come on.
What you doing, boy? Silly dork. Alright. And a Kitsu calf.
Hey, Andrew?
What's up?
Do you even have kind of like a little cart, would you?
A little what?
Shopping carts? Yeah, a little.
I mean, I know we don't got any, but I mean, I know at the store. I mean, I'm sure probably snag one.
No, I mean like the little carts that you put groceries in.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know there was one like around the corner.
No, not a shopping cart, like grocery
Yeah.
store shopping one. Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe your mom had one or something.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We just only have like just reusable like stuff. What's up, really, buddy?
Well, I used to have one, but I got broke. Are you almost ready,
What's up?
Armando?
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
I put my food right here.
Oh, okay.
Clog the fucking toilet. You just plunge on it.
Anyway.
Damn me.
Oh, did you go annihilation mode? And I've done that before too.
I get your
I
friend.
felt bad as fuck, man. Anyway.
Maybe should take a juice off with me today.
What we feel here? Get it around together and fun. Yours. You go.
Let's go, bye-bye.
Sweet
He's a pretty boy.
You all here now, someone?
Well, there's like a free laundry event thing up here at the laundromat.
Oh, nice.
So you can get all the fucking bed and wash and eat food and shit.
Right on.
Yeah, how's work going?
I was busy and consistent, like, fucking, because of those stupid Monday sales. Like,
Oh,
everyone wants
yeah.
that dark meat chicken, so I've literally have pretty much been in the back most of the time just making it.
Oh,
At least we're kind of scheduled today, like, or staffed up today. Like, we have a new guy, so
Oh, that's good.
he's closing in with us. You know, Skittles there till 6, so,
That's good.
you know, like, it's at least not bad. I mean, in comparison to previous Mondays.
That's good, man. Good deal. Well,
You.
I'll see you later, buddy.
Alright, man. You have a good one, dude.
Me too, man.
Mama Vince says hi. Well, I say hello back. Ugh. Hello. Hey, Juju. Yeah, should I let friends here for a sec? But, yeah. And yeah, so we still have laundromats up here. There's actually one right next to my work that they were talking about. And yeah, and every now and then they'll do like free laundry events and stuff. And honestly, that laundromat's literally been there since I could fucking remember. Like, I'm actually surprised that for as old as it is, and for as long as it's been there, it's still there rocking. And honestly, I don't even think the interior has changed that much either. I mean, I know the machines inside have actually been upgraded over the years, but what's a laundromat? It's where you go put quarters in to use the washing machine, or, you know, like the washing machine or the dryer. So it's like a community, you know, like, laundry service area. It's like a big building with a bunch of, you know, dryers and you know, washing machines, and you wash your clothes there and stuff like that. Never seen one. I've always had my own laundry machines. So do I. Like, I've never needed to use them because, well, we have our own. I mean, the only time we've ever used them was for, like, more heavy-duty stuff that we just don't have, like, the, you know, ability to deal with, like, you know, for, like, heavy sheets and shit like that. So we'll go there for that, but, I mean, you know, that's kind of rare. Like, we don't really need to go there for that type of shit. It's mostly just to kind of use their detergents that they might have for that, because they're more, like, heavy-duty stuff sometimes. You know, if you need it at least. So, you know, like every now and then I have, but we have our own, obviously. You've heard in the background, it sounds like a goddamn engine roaring up. Or like some sort of an assembly line being, you know, like churning out something. So it's just like, you know, it's, to me, it's just like, it's there, but I never really need to use it. So they're pretty cool. Like, I mean, they're kind of in the sense that, like, they could be kind of like little community hubs in a way. Like, get, you know, you and a few friends together, you know, have just a big fat laundry day and just, like, you know, like, go to the local Mickey D's or the park, you know, nearby, you know, while one of your friends maybe hangs out to watch your shit and stuff like that. I mean, you know, there's still a lot of, you know, elements to where there's, like, a communal thing to it. This JF thing's getting crazy. I mean, well, what's up with it? Like, I mean, outside of him changing his story, he admitted he drives so doesn't have a license, so he's illegally driving around. What? Why would you admit that when you're being investigated as the #1 fucking suspect in a murder? Or at least a missing persons report? Why would you say that? Dude, he's a fucking idiot, dude. What, does he think if he admits to something less heinous, like driving without a license, that they'll just hit him for that and just fuck off? Because no. That's not. In fact, that makes you look more suspicious. Oh my god, dude, this is gonna be whack, bro. And what's crazy is that there's like a good chunk of the internet that has got their strong eyes on this. Says he's libertarian, doesn't want it to be in any databases. Well, guess what? You are now, bitch. And the fact that he does YouTube streams and is on Rumble and all this other shit, he's already in a database. Fucking stupid fop. Man, for being, a part of the superior white race, you're kind of a Neanderthal-like fucking retard, aren't you there, JF? And yeah, like, any claim that he's libertarian is obviously silly. He's not. It's like he's just overtly, he's just a Nazi. I mean, to say fascist is just kind of being softball. Like, the dude's just straight a Nazi. Like, he's a part of, like, the Quebecan Nationalist Party and shit like that. He has a bunch of crypto stashed away for disappearing. And, like, what's that gonna do for him? Like, that ain't gonna do anything. And why would he need that anyway? Why would he have the need to disappear over something? Seems a little odd that you want to hide away and, from something. I think he wants to run to Russia. Well, he's definitely going to probably use that as an opportunity. I think he's going to maybe use this as an out. If that's the speculation, I mean, he won't be extradited, because Putin ain't gonna fucking, just be like, oh, yes, go to Canada, comrade. Go back. It's like, no, that ain't gonna happen. Like, I mean, and the thing is, like, with the whole war and shit going on, like, how in the fuck would he get there? Like, through Georgia or something? Like, I mean, honestly, there ain't really many routes, unless he wants to go to China or some shit. Which, if that's the case, then you would have to go to a hardcore surveillance state like China, which he fucking rails against day in, day out, I bet. I'm sure he's no friend of, the Chinese state. So, like, I mean, where the fuck is he going to go to get into Russia? Every time someone mentions his kids, he freaks the fuck out. I wonder why. Probably because they weren't born in the hospital. You know what I mean? I guarantee you they were probably born, like, at home or some shit. If there's no documentation, that's probably why. So, because if you're born in the hospital and stuff, you're gonna, obviously have a documentation and stuff like that about that. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, he probably likely ensured that those kids were born, like, at home, like, born in his tub. He openly says that? Are you fucking kidding? Oh my god. So he admits that. Dude, he's fucked. Like, honestly, if he's not caught with murder, he's like, okay, like, I'm starting to kind of speculate what's going on here in his brain right now, I think. He's under a lot of pressure. And this pressure is building up to the point where I think he's starting to think, well, if I admit to at least, something that isn't as, like, heinous as, like, killing somebody, especially my partner, then, like, my kids are documented, like, not having a license and driving around and all sort of shit. Like, it kind of implies that, like, if he gets caught with that shit, then, they can't really look at him as a suspect for, her being missing because, well, like, how could I been doing it if, I'm, like, was caught doing this type of shit, huh? Like, I mean, it's like, I just want to hide away from the gov, that's all. Like, he could just, like, kind of play it off as that, which, also implies more vagueness and a lot more questionability about where the fuck she is, or at least her body, and, and at least in his mind makes it look like, oh, well, he ain't gonna find her, he can't prove it's me, so fuck you, haha. He caught me with this, but I'll just be back out there doing my same thing again, within a year's time, if that. Or at least a few years. Like, I think he's trying to see if he can, like, instead of, like, serving a life sentence or some shit, because he knows that's coming up, Like, he knows, like, that, you know, like, something's gonna happen. And it's just basically a matter of, like, if he admits to other shit, maybe, you know, they'll just focus on that instead and not on the fact that his wife is missing. Especially for a long fucking time. So, that, I mean, it all just plays into the idea that he's trying to find an out. And I think he's desperate and trying to, you know, like, at least do some sort of an admission of guilt to look like he's honest. And, like, you know, basically, you know, try to, you know, throw off this trail, basically. Which, if anything, is actually highlighting the trail even more. Like, it just makes him more suspicious. It makes him look more guilty. Caught him in a big lie about how much camping gear she needed to go out in the woods. So even Big Papa Dude, like other far-right fascists are even kind of challenging him on, dude, you got a clip? I want to see some of this. Like, you know, I got a little time. I mean, we could skim around this shit a little bit. Maybe talk a little bit more about it later. Because for real, like, this shit, it, like, the investigators haven't even really been, like, Dusty's currently streaming it. Well, send me a link. Here, let me get my shit all figured out. You just send a link. So I can just click it. Because, like, I mean, the fact that there are, like, other motherfuckers that are out there kind of doing the equivalent of, like, what investigators do in the interrogation room, I find it really interesting. And also, I think it would be really interesting to see the comparisons. Like, we've never before seen investigation footage of that shit, and then, like, you know, compare it to, like, all these other interviews that happened. Here, okay,
For 5 years.
Here, where's my Bluetooth, oh, fuck, I don't have it in here, it's in my room, shit. Alright, hold on, okay, well, I gotta do this first, let me do this really quick, because it doesn't want to full screen that, for some dumb reason, whatever. There we go, okay, alright, I'll be right back, grab my Bluetooth. Ugh. So we can at least hear it. Hey, buddy. Oof. Oof. You goof. There we go. Okie dokie. Juicy Sparks early in the stream. Do you know how far back? Seems like he's been streaming this for a while. I just gotta skip back to like 40 minutes. Oh yeah, that's Big Papa Fascist right there. And yeah, there's that fuck.
Is on a regular thread going with
30 minutes to an hour, so somewhere around in here. Okay.
the risk.
The price of liberty.
There are risks.
The family that you talk to, is this like extended family, mom, dad, this kind of thing?
Yeah, mom, dad, close family of that kind.
Okay, so they were...
So, oh my dude, so he's actually, so Big Papa Fascist has actually got like the rare W today. Like where he's actually like doing some investigative questioning. Alright. I mean, fuck him, he's a fascist, but you know, like, you know, this is the enemy of my enemy is my friend situation today, so whatever. I'll grant her the pass for now.
When you dropped her off, that you were dropping her off?
A temporary ceasefire, if you will. A temporary pass, you know what I mean? Like, only temporarily. I mean, this is only for, like, a temporary armistice. Like, you know, I'll lay off on him for today. Did Voosh debate this loser at some point? Multiple times, yes. I think he's also debated JF, too. Vosh has also talked to both of these guys, and I'm pretty sure even DFF, back when they were on DP, have talked to... Oh, I know JF a bunch of times. He used to be a frequent guest for a while. And then I think they've had Andrew Wilson or Big Papa Fascist on before, too.
17th. They knew completely what was going on. This was viewed on surveillance cameras. And has she had...
There's no evidence of this. The surveillance cameras wouldn't have had the footage still. And he has her phone. He could have messaged them and said whatever he wanted to on their phone.
any communication with them?
I mean, this is a personal relationship between them, so I don't know in full, but I know that since June 19th, they are also looking for her. So I would suppose that they haven't gotten any communication.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, gotcha.
Weird.
So I went actually and pulled out my own hiking gear, and I did like just a kind of weight it all.
So he about to bust him. This guy actually doing a good
shit.
job.
Oh shit. Dude. Oh fuck. Yeah, you're right. This is around the juiciest part.
To bust him totally for his stupid narrative that she was going to go survival in the woods, and now he has to change the story. And he's about to start stuttering all over himself.
Yeah, you're right. This is where he starts getting caught in the lie.
And I go and hike quite a bit myself. For 2 straight days of hiking in the wilderness, I carry about 35 pounds of equipment, which is a little more than you should. Okay, but I always prepare for contingencies, emergencies, things like this. If I was going to go out for a week, it would probably be around 55, 60 pounds. What sort of equipment was Mama JF going into the wilderness with? According to the kind of update missing persons report, she was just kind of seen with a nap bag, right? Just a regular backpack. So what was she carrying in the terms of survival gear, JF?
Well, I mean, I know that she's been collecting a lot of stuff, the kind of things like...
Just a lot of stuff, not really specifying what.
A stool for sitting around fires, some material to light a fire, a knife. But looking at the size of her bag as she left...
So basically the equivalent of having like a one-night ruck. Like, you ruck out for a day and then you, spend the night and then you go back. If you're going to go rewilding or survival mode, you're not doing that. You're going to be bringing a whole fucking load of gear and shit with you.
I think that she was going at the point when she left. I wouldn't think that she was going for extended survival in nature.
Yeah, stutter more, dude. He's like, oh god.
I also noticed that he's stuttering here, just like we did the first time we were looking at this shit. I'm noticing, a lot of the same uncomfortable little mannerisms that he's doing here from last time. Not as much, but he's still doing it. Because he thinks that, because him and Big Papa Fascists are all kind of chill with each other, they think that, oh, well, whatever. He's kind of trying to blow it off a little bit.
He was trying to spread the narrative that she was going out the wilderness to survive, and he just pointed out that she clearly wasn't. And what am I going to...
Mama Jeff, when she goes on hitchhiking trips, she uses...
Whoa. That's a Freudian slip. Trick. That's a little bit of a mysterious Freudian slip you just threw out there on these hiking tricks. I did a trip. It's like, huh?
Society a lot. She will ask.
See what I mean? Yeah, well, did you catch that initially, the first time? Because that was a pretty, glaring, what? That's a glaring little, red flag, in my opinion.
Help, she will find new friends.
She will suck trucker dick.
Partner with. She will receive help and gifts and food. We're not talking, at least as far as I know, she had no intent of going into the actual forest.
I'm glad he went over it. Oh, you didn't catch that? Well, yeah, I mean, this is kind of why I love true crime shit, because, I mean, because when it comes to interrogations, when you're trying to catch, somebody obviously did it and stuff, and trying to get a confession, you kind of notice little ticks that kind of let you know that they're hiding something, or they're obviously trying to pull the wool over your eyes, so to speak. And JF is doing that. A lot of what he's doing, I have seen, in people who are just obviously fucking guilty, trying to hide the fact that they did something, even if the evidence is stacked against them.
Surviving for extended period.
That's literally not what you said. You literally said she was going to disappear into the wilderness. You said she was going on a survivalist trip for an extended period of time.
Pass in a forest at times to get from one road to another, but that is it. Jeff is an urban creature.
Yeah, so urban survival is what you're talking about. Okay.
Yes. Suddenly now, it's not the wild, it's not the woods, it's urban.
Yeah, now it's suddenly urban survivalism, so that's the major change in the story here so far. I mean, he's already kind of done slight little slips, with his story already, but not really super significant, and now that's like the major significant difference in the story. First, yeah, because I remember, like, he says, like, oh, yeah, she went off into the woods and blah, blah, blah. And now he's saying, oh, well, now I guess she's doing urban hiking and stuff and, like, urban survival, sucky trucker dick or stuff that I don't know, secondly. I mean, now he's just, like, doing that. He's changed the story up. I mean, a lot of details are still somewhat consistent, but the main foundation of how this all started, at least in his claim, is now fucking different. Not harder than windless survival, I'd say. Honestly, arguably, because out in the woods, I mean, you can find maybe wild berries and stuff like that, and things that are edible that you could find, especially if you know what you're doing, and for all intents purposes, probably be okay. But if you're out in the city, like, you're basically exposed to, like, fucking everything. You got, like, other homeless people and shit, other, people doing that, with urban survival. Like, there's a lot of other factors that play on that one. And honestly, yeah, I'd argue it is way fucking harder.
I'm switching my story, too.
So, one of the
Yeah, I find it really interesting that there's, like, a lot of that going on here. I'm kind of curious, what's going on with this. Like, what's happening with this shit? Is JF here as well?
Trace. I also heard you say that. So you were like, because her phone, I don't know, what's her electronic trace?
The thing is, I've been working on covering police stuff for about 10 years, seriously, and I go deep inside police questioning, investigation techniques. I go deep into mass shooter type of stuff, and I have the technical language. And so when people ask me, Jeff, will you be a murder suspect? I explain to them in technical police language, no. There is an electronic alibi available where she has left an electronic trace far from mine. That was too autistic for most people. People have read this sentence and said, that's further evidence that he did it.
It is.
An electronic alibi is the simple fact that we are so traced in our life with everything we do on the internet that, I mean, personally, my life is on the internet. You can literally know exactly where I'm at, maybe 20 hours per day, and AI could tell you the next 4 hours why. So that is what I meant by an electronic alibi. I knew for sure that Mama Jeff was safe when she left me, that she was safe for at least 2 days after leaving me.
You had her phone. You wouldn't fake your information.
She was on her way for traveling, for her travel plans, and she was giving me signs that she was away from my home and alive.
You were messing
That makes me impossible to be a murderer.
Nope.
Yeah.
It does not.
I've also noticed that, well, you guys, you have kids, a kid or kids, or is that doxing? I read somewhere.
I do not talk about this subject.
You don't talk about this subject?
I do not engage on this subject. No.
Okay, so
I wonder why. Even though you have before in the past and hopefully admitted that your kids were born in your goddamn bathtub, bro. Like, I mean, dude, it's like, what the fuck you talking about? Oh, now suddenly I don't talk about that. Suddenly he just like switched tune very quickly on that one.
That's what got her killed, I think, y'all.
The reason I bring it up is because I've noticed that when
is that what Dusty thinks? Like, the kids might have, like, honestly, might have played a role in that? I don't know. I don't think that's the case, personally.
Talk to you about this. They say, well, there's no way.
He gets pissy every time someone brings up his kids. Yeah.
A woman would do this, and then their next step is, well, there's no way a woman would do this to kids, and then, well, there's something you must have done to drive her away. Like, it's like this endless, like, way of, like, well, you must have done something.
You're guilty of something.
You killed her. You meant, because there's no way a woman would just leave her family, right?
Right. There's really no way that she would leave and never contact her 2 1 and newborn kids forever. You're right. That wouldn't fucking happen.
That doesn't make sense.
Like, fucking newsflash. Women go out for...
Dusty thinks Mom JF was going to put the kids on streaming. He says as much as started the stream because JF says she broke some rule, then won't say what the rule was. Well, the thing is, like, wasn't it also around that same clip implied that he might have had a gun or something? Because I thought that was kind of what the rule was, that, like, she might have, like, brandished a firearm or something like that. I mean, I thought that's what might have been the rule, but I guess now that you're mentioning it, that seems plausible.
That's too.
Honestly, I think that could be a possibility.
I've seen it.
Women
Oh, I've seen
drop
it.
their babies in a box.
Okay, the women that dropped their babies in the box are women that didn't want to have the babies to begin with. It's women that didn't have any other choice. They couldn't afford an abortion and get an abortion in time, and they don't want to raise their babies. They didn't purposely have their babies with their husbands in their houses and then abandon them. These are not the same situations at all, and you fucking know it.
There are literally boxes put up across the U.S. for women.
That too, but that's what Dusty's working theory is. I mean, honestly, I feel like it might be more likely.
Practically drop their newborn into it.
No, we
So
have
you're
mail
gonna
slots.
go-
There's like panels at fire stations.
They don't
where
do
you
it
can,
in a dumpster.
Yeah, you can move it like a bank
Somebody
deposit.
checks
Put the
these
baby in
boxes.
and then shoves it in.
Yeah,
It's like a fucking mail, like a pizza. Like order up, here you go, like
Right.
at a bank.
Uh-huh.
He's actually not wrong. Like, I mean, even at hospitals, you know, like if you generally are just like, look, I really didn't have a way to, you know, not have this child, you know, but like blah blah blah. It's like they'll be like, okay, you know, we'll, you know, get it set up, you know, to where we can get, you know, the kid out for adoption, this and that, blah blah. Like, I mean, that yeah. I don't know who this guy is, but you ain't wrong.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
I mean, I don't think that's across the board, but I mean, like in the U.S., but I know a lot of places do that.
I mean, I had an audio problem here, but yeah, ultimately you have two buttons. Either there are boxes for women to drop their newborn, or women never leave their babies.
Yeah, it's two different types of women, completely different types of situation that you're conflating to try to make yourself sound not guilty. Transparent as fuck.
Both options.
And also make it sound like, oh, the women do this all the time because they suck and women, am I right?
Aren't available. Decide
Yes,
what
they are.
society we're in.
I just did, motherfucker.
They do exist. Do you know if she's coming back? Do you want her to come back?
Look, if you want me to move on, just leave. Don't tell me to move on. I'm going to finish the show out the way I want to. We'll start the other show when I'm done with this. If you don't want to fucking sit around and see it, then fuck off.
I do not know if she's coming back, and as a libertarian, I have no say on. I am neutral on whether she wants to come back or not. If she comes back, she knows
That's
exactly.
a Nazi. Dude, I hate how like so many of these libertarians have just like they call themselves libertarians even though they're like just fucking fascists or Nazis.
Important evidence he's about to give away here. He's about to explain how he understands how to fake his own electronic identity to make it seem like he's somewhere he's not. And then he's about to brag about how he's getting all the women from being a murderer. It needs to be put into evidence here. If you don't want to see it, move along.
Exactly the conditions of life with me. It's very relaxed conditions of life. I don't have much demands. I demand monogamy, I demand fidelity, loyalty, and non-physical attacks or non-physical destructions. Those are the terms of my life. And she can come back to it any point, except if I have found another woman. If I'm with another woman, I cannot take her back.
She's on a clock. She's on a...
And let me tell you, I have experienced for 1 week the killer's bounty. That is the phenomenon, the psychological phenomenon by which females are more attracted to you when you are suspected of the murder of your wife. Holy shit, it is there. It exists. The killer's bounty is real.
Haha, nice.
What have women emailed
That
you?
is kind of weird that he seems a little like kind of excited about it. It's like, oh, this real. Oh my goodness, I didn't think it would be so sweet. Honestly, I mean, because in a way, isn't that kind of telling as well? Because it means that, oh, there would be women who obviously, you know, be really into me if they think I'm a killer. You know, like, because there's like that whole like bad boy trope, I guess, or like, you know, the killer guy trope. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Man, yeah, well, I guess, you know, we'll have to check this out once the stream is over, because, I mean, there seems to be a lot of really interesting, sussy shit. Like, he keeps, like, spilling beans that make him more and more suspect, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ. It's like, I mean, why don't you just, like, fucking say you did it, bitch? Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's like, with how much, you know, like, swindling and spinning of lies that he's doing, I mean, at this point, might as well. Stream's gold. Yeah, we're definitely looking at this later. More than one autistic woman at a time. Yeah, I probably couldn't. Dude, you're totally right. He, like, jumped the gun, and now he's already doing it if I do it to her. He's basically doing the if I did it to her, like, already. It's before he's even, like, caught with it, technically. It's like, good lord. What a fuck. What are you getting into? Goofy little boy. Get you. Well, it's all good for now. Because gotta get back off on my lunch and back to work on all that fun shit. Because, ooh, so exciting. But at least we're kind of staffed today. So, anyway, I'll be back later tonight and then we'll check out more of the true crime. Do some more true crime analysis. So, peace out. And I'll see y'all in the next one. So.